So now, of course, there is a struggle in human beings. They know there is a problem, and this problem of life is how Buddha diagnose or recognize was the dukkha. In Buddhist teachings, we call it dukkha. Dukkha has been translated into English as suffering. But the English word suffering doesn't really convey the message. The Buddha's term for dukkha. It's coming from two words. In du and ka. In Pali and Sanskrit, du means difficult. Okay? Du means difficult. And ka means to bear. It's a verb. Or handle. Okay? So, what's the meaning of this word dukkha? Huh?
Difficult to handle. Difficult to handle.
Difficult to bear. Right? Difficult to bear. Difficult to handle. Now, I think this gives the real meaning of that word dukkha. Difficult to bear, difficult to handle. Now, when you apply this meaning to your daily life, now what is difficult to bear in life?
Death.
Death. Could there be anything else?
Loss.
Loss. Loss of a
Job.
job. Yeah. Stress. Yeah. Stress. And what else? Anxiety.
Fear.
Fear. Yeah.
Failure.
Failure. Yeah. Illness. Here we go. Now you're with me. What else?
Unfulfilled dreams.
What is it?
Unfulfilled dreams.
Unfulfilled dreams. So all these are very difficult to bear in life, aren't they? So now what can we do about this? You know, sometimes I explain this word dukkha. This is in line with the Buddha's definition of dukkha. He said that birth is suffering, aging is suffering, sickness is suffering, death is suffering, lamentation, pain, distress, depression, anxiety, all this is suffering. Being with a person whom you really hate is suffering, right? And separating from a person that you really love is suffering, right? I think as we talk about this, is talking to your mind, no? So now, but there is one thing that goes with everyone. And I always try to repeat this Pali sentence. It's actually a sentence used by the Buddha. It's in Pali we say, Yam picchan na labhati tampi dukkha. That means not getting what you want. That is very difficult to bear in life. Right? So now, I make it very simple for people. The suffering, dukkha, is the conflict between the wish and the reality. Did you get it? The conflict between the wish and the reality. Now, when we talk about the wish and the reality, Now, what is this wish and what is this reality?
The wish is in the future, the reality is the now.
Reality is the now. That's one way to understand. I think you're there, you're with me, right? What are the other ways to understand this?
The wish is not what is, and the reality is
Yeah. Now, what is the reality?
what you don't like.
Huh?
What is the reality?
Okay. What is the reality now? Now, let's say. Let me put it very simple. I think there's a wish, no matter who we are, including me as a Buddhist monk. Okay? I wish to remain young. Right? But the reality is, no matter whoever you are, you could be a monk. But you have to get old one day. Right? And then there is another way to understand this. I wish to remain healthy, but the reality is we get sick. Right? And then I wish to live, but then I see every day there is someone that I love is saying goodbye to me. Right? And so death is taking away our life. But as human beings, there is this thing, it's called jivitu kamo. Like I wish to live, I desire to live. Amaritu kamo, I don't wish to die. This is, I think, the common wish, the universal wish of every person, no matter who we are. We could be living here in Canada. Others could be living in some other countries. Right? And I could be a Buddhist monk. You could be a lay person. No matter what social status we have, no matter how powerful we are, we have this wish. I want to. I wish to live. Right? I don't want death to come and take my life away from me. But I have to understand, it's going to come to me one day. What can we do? That's the reality. That is the reality. The Buddha taught this Dhamma, it's called the Dhamma, the teaching, to understand this. The end of this problem, this suffering, comes from the understanding. Most of the time, because of all these experiences, unpleasant experiences in society, we get into a habit of, what we call the blah, 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 right? It is this blah, blah, blah thing, makes us suffer. Don't you think so? There are all kinds of blah, blah thoughts. We feed them every day, right? We feed them every day. And they, of course, destroy. It's kind of, when you go to bed, when you are taking a shower, when you are eating, when you are driving, all these blah, blah thoughts are very active. And I think these blah, blah thoughts create fears, worries, sadness, and of course suffering. All the pains in our life. And then, what is this? When I say, I wish to live. Now what is the problem? Who is the problem here?
Oneself.
Huh?
Oneself.
Oneself. That is I. Right? I.